guys, what's up? Today, we're going to talk about this guy. If you look similar, it's because yes, you've seen most of this before, but I know there's 3 pieces in here, 3, 4, 5, technically 6 pieces in here that you have not seen. So we're going to talk about this real quick. Okay, so if many of you probably remember, if you've seen these videos or followed me very much, you know that I get really into the weeds about clone stuff. I love the clone things, right? I just realized that there's no head on this because I'm recharging the battery. But anyway, I love clone stuff, and this rifle has been a conglomeration of a bunch of different pieces and a bunch of different stuff. So this is the semi-inspired Mk18 Mod1 clone, inspired clone, because it's not really a clone at all. The only thing that was really clone in it was the barrel, which was a Colt. And then the lower is technically correct, I think, except for the stock that's on it right now, okay? Because everything else in it is fine. But the upper, mainly what we're talking about, if you remember, this is the one that has the airsoft rail, right? It's got the airsoft sight, it's got the airsoft flashlight, which is not on right now because I just remembered I'm charging it. But most of it is relatively correct, okay? As far as looking correct, okay? I know I just gave some people some heart attacks. But anyway, what we've done, if you notice on the end right here, what we've done is I came across a Faxon 11.5 inch mid-length barrel. Never seen one of those. Never seen one, and was like, that could be really cool. That could be really cool, or that could just be the worst thing since sliced bread. So I have some... I stick in my pocket. I have some 10.5 inch guns, right? And they work just fine. And I have 12.5 inch guns, and they run great. If you remember, I ran a 12.5 inch gun for the tactical games last year in North Carolina. It did really well. It was really cool. The gun was awesome. It did everything it needed to do, reached out to about 300 yards, wailing on steel. It was awesome. And I remember when I built the 12.5, I looked up all the videos and stuff, Graham Thumb and all these other people who talk about, 12.5, 11.5, 10.3, which one's the best one. I just never had an 11.5 inch barrel. Well, when I came across this one, a factory 11.5 inch, not one of my hobbled together, grabbed the hacksaw and then recrowned the barrel jobs, but a legit Faxon. I keep saying Faxon because every time I've ever used a Faxon barrel, it's been fine for me. It's worked well for me. So I'm interested to see how this thing's really going to do, how it's really going to work. It's kind of cool the way that the gas block sticks out right out front. I was looking for a rail to use because I was just going to use one of my stripped uppers, right? My unanodized, just stripped uppers, and just function check it. But I was like, dude, that would actually look kind of cool. So it looks kind of cool. It fits this weird kind of profile anyway. And then when you put your suppressor on it, it's almost like the SPR kind of deal, except you're in an 11.5 inch profile. It's pretty cool. So I have yet to fire this thing. We're gonna head out and fire it. Stay tuned for after action reports for the range reviews, and just shooting it and seeing how it works, because I'm interested in this. I think this has got some potential that I need to talk to some folks about to see what we can do with it. But anyway, leave your comments below. Do you think that this will work? Is this a dumb idea, an 11.5 inch, primarily suppressed? I think is the idea of this one. What do you think are some of the potential issues that I could run into? Obviously, I mean, it's a mid-length gas system, right? Yeah, so that's a pretty long gas system for a pretty short barrel. But let me know what y'all think below, and then stay tuned for the later upcoming reports on this gun to see how it actually ran. Feel like I'm doing weather stuff when I do that. I shouldn't do that. Okay, anyway, y'all be good to be safe. Appreciate it, and we'll catch y'all in the next video. Yeah, sometimes I just ramble on and on and on about stuff. I think I'm going to start doing that and just keeping it short and sweet, cut the video off, and now I can talk about stuff. But I really think that the looks of it, it's really cool, okay? It didn't change much of the weight of the gun, really, because it was already a 10.3. You only added barely over an inch, like that much. You barely added anything, enough to get the gas block out, which I'll tell you, I think a cool thing to do, and I need to talk to Break Arms about this because they've got some cool rails that I might want to run on here. But a cool thing I think would be really neat is to put an adjustable gas block on here, because it's already exposed on this size of rail. I can't remember the exact length of this rail. It's like 10 inches or whatever. But anyway, to have this gas block already exposed, I think will lead to some really cool abilities to quickly change your gas system, you know, to dial it in and not have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff. I think that'd be really cool. It'd be interesting to see how this thing runs with Tula and Wolf. That's basically all that I shoot nowadays, because it's cheap. But to see how it works, suppressed and unsuppressed, it's still like, it's not super heavy. It really only added an inch. That's all it really added, was this length, basically, that the gas block is, about an inch. So it'll be interesting. And later on, hopefully, I'll get my my Yankee Hill Turbo K, right? Not the Gen 2. Gen 2 wasn't even out whenever I ordered it. So hopefully someday I can actually get that. And that would be cool. That would be cool out of its own rail. Maybe even if it was just like that and direct thread it. So basically it would look exactly like this. If I could get a 12-inch-ish rail with a adjustable gas block and the suppressor attached right there, it would be a little bit shorter because it's not that long. It's a little bit shorter. I think that would be a very, very cool winning combination. I don't know. And if any of y'all have any experience with the Adams Arms piston systems, I am interested in that. Let me know down there in the comments or wherever, if you have experience with Adams Arms or budget-minded, budget-friendly gas systems, right? Or piston conversion systems, because I think that could be really cool too. That's something, when I saw this, I thought that those two things, like Breek Arms rail, right? Or those three things: Breek Arms rail, Yankee Hill Turbo K suppressor, and then either an Adams Arms or somebody else kind of a piston conversion system. And to see, in my mind, I have this perfect thought that would be super smooth, super flat, but I have no idea. So that's what this might turn into. And then I'll put the Colt barrel back in here and run it as it was intended. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about that. I'm gonna go shoot this thing tomorrow. Yeah, all right, y'all take care.